Hi and welcome to my video, and today I'm talking about hardware mixing in 2019. Well, it's almost 2020, but what I've come to realize is that to get the absolute best quality from mixing your track, I don't think there's really any substitute for hardware mixing for the sound that I want to get anyways. So yeah, I can never achieve the sound quality that I want with just software alone. And this is from making music for quite a few years now. So I'll show you my setup here. I've got my patch bay and some of my hardware effects, and I've got my 16 channel mixer. And this is just my hardware synthesizer here. So I'll just quickly show you how I have it set up. So for my computer, I have 4 sets of stereo pairs of inputs, so I can have music coming right out of my DAW from software instruments, and I can process them with effects, and then I can process them more with hardware effects, and then I can route them out to my mixer. So that's and I know people talk about, mixing 20 channels or 40 channels of audio, and I'll tell you something. High quality audio, like I have an RME sound card, and mixing high quality audio, you don't need that many channels to make decent music, is what I'm finding. So yeah, I mean, I have Cubase and I have the professional version of Cubase, so I guess you could have like almost unlimited amount of channels, but I think that you're going to get the best quality sound by using a combination of software plugins, software effects, hardware effects, routing your channels separately from your DAW to different hardware channels. So say if you have different sounds coming out of your software, so you could have like a synth sound, you could have a channel or 2 channels of drum sounds, another channel of another synth sound, and you have that all routed through to different channels, different hardware channels and different hardware outputs. That's going to preserve the quality for mixdown, and you're going to have the best flexibility for mixing, so that you can create really nice separation in your mix of the different tones. And then when you route the final mix out of your mixing board, then you can route that into a hardware mixer, a hardware recorder that'll record like uncompressed high quality, and then you bounce that final recording back into your DAW or back into your computer, so that you can analyze it, and you can put it into the format that you want for the final format. So that's my tips for, setting up a little home studio. So I've got four stereo pairs going into my mixing board. I've got 4 stereo outputs in my patch bay. I've got 4 stereo inputs coming in from my computer. I've got 2 stereo hardware inputs, 2 sets of stereo hardware inputs going into the mixer, into the patch bay, so that I can process that. I can even feed hardware like hardware synthesizers into my patch bay and then put it into my computer and process it. And I'll show you how I do that. So here's a quick little example. So that's unprocessed sound coming from a hardware synthesizer. And that's the same sound processed through Max MSP. And then you can add like drums to that. I'll just show you quickly to adding drums. So this is going through another channel. And then you can process the drums as well. So that's the drum sound processed through my outboard processing. And that's how I did my track. If you go to Soundcloud, it's called Coolfog Lilly. Coolfog, Coolfog on SoundCloud, and my track is Lily, and that's how I did it. So anyways, I hope you like that, And if you have any questions, hit me up and I'll try to give you the best detailed answer that I can. Thanks, and subscribe if you're interested in hearing more videos on my music creation process. Thanks for watching.